Okay, I'm back. I've given this a little bit of thought, and honestly, I don't have much, but I did find something off stream. Firstly, I've tried combining all of the objects in my inventory. Nothing happens. Secondly, I've tried fingering all of the objects in my inventory. Nothing happens. And that got me thinking, well, where else could I go? The Isle of the Beast is done. The Isle of the Mists is a no-go. And I'm done on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. So I tried going back into the bookstore here to see if this court jester had respawned. And here's not.
Hello.
I'm terrified that I've missed something there.
Now.
Absolutely terrified. But what I did do is I tried touching the books.
Alexander is a little old for those children's books.
And I definitely missed this in whatever video it was. Video 2, I think.
Alexander isn't interested in the cookbooks on that shelf. He's had an aversion to cooking ever since he experimented with a certain cookie recipe involving cat hair and fish oil.
I don't understand why, because that was your greatest victory in life so far.
There's nothing to... Alexander isn't in... Right now, Alexander is too involved with the journey he's on to take time to read about the journeys of others. Right now, Alexander is not interested in those self-help books.
The first one I clicked in here when I was off stream was this one. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and something will happen at the end of it. I didn't actually read what's coming up next, I just clicked through it.
Thinking of Cosima, Alexander decides to leaf through one of the volumes of love poetry. He reads, "Thy hair, thy lips, thy beauteous face, and all thy studied female grace have won for thee anon a place within this broken breast." Not bad. And another.
Once again, 5 minutes.
"Upon the shore the lilies bend, untouched by worldly care, where shadow they her earthly bed, oh, that she were not there." Yikes. And another.
Yeah, she's alive. We don't need to send
What
that.
was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me through and through, and binds my heart with links so tight, I cannot live without the sight of you?
Too sappy.
What nameless thing has captured me, and made me powerless to flee? What thing is it without a name, that brings my mind e'er back the same to thee? The name of love cannot apply. Its commonness does not decry the haunted, painful cry that my heart makes for you, that e'er my soul eternal makes for you.
A little close to home, that one.
Alexander returns the love poem book to the shelf.
That's where you make your mistake with the apostrophe? Oh no. Yeah, I definitely didn't check that out. I checked it out, but I didn't read it. I just clicked through it like that. Okay, so something's fallen down here. I did not pick this up.
Alexander picks up the fallen page. It's the love poem he particularly liked. It must have fallen out of the poetry book.
I see that old volume has lost another page. You may keep it if you like, sir. I have glued the stubborn thing back in place 2 times already.
I do rather like it. Thank you, merchant.
Literally just about to ask whether we need to give it back to the merchant and whether he'll say, "No, you can keep it, sir." Similar to what we did with the pouch of diamonds in King's Quest IV.
Good day.
This guy's not coming back. I'm concerned. Okay. Nightingale. Can you take this to Cosima, please?
Alexander holds out the poem to the nightingale.
That's either a bug, or there's more to this plot going on than we think we know. I want to say that's a bug.
To Alexander's surprise, the nightingale swoops down and grabs the page from his hand.
Or maybe it's just something that the developers did not consider.
The nightingale flies off towards the castle with the poem. Where might she be taking it?
Because yeah, at this point Shamir knows we're still alive. Also, he's out of his lamp.
Hello, little nightingale. Of what do you sing?
The nightingale only looks at Alexander curiously and continues to sing.
We've given her a white rose, a poem.
Alexander examines the...
But we're not getting anything back. And I don't think there's anything else we can give the nightingale. That was another thing that I tested while you weren't looking. I tried giving all of these objects to the nightingale.
The nightingale seems to have a natural distaste for the rabbit's foot.
And it is not interested in any of them. Right, so having done that, I don't believe there's anything else we can do here immediately, unless this jester turns up again.
Good day.
I've got a horrible feeling I've screwed that up though. I'm going to take the flute here.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Hey, I'm sorry about what happened, you know, where I pretended to kill myself in front of you. I'm sorry about that, really.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex, please.
Alex...
I think we've used the tinderbox to good effect. The nightingale, we've used that on the nightingale and also to get past the welcoming committee. We used the flute on the sunflowers to get the hole in the wall. I know we need the paintbrush later. Let's take that.
I'll take the flute.
The flute?
Thank you.
Maybe we can do something with that, but I'm really not sure what.
Good.
Because once again, we're done on the Sacred Mountain, we're done on the Mists, we're done on the Beast. The only place we can go is this village, this nightingale, maybe the docks, and the Isle of Wonder.
Alexander plays his flute. The nightingale just looks at him curiously.
Okay, I've got to find something to do on the Isle of Wonder very clearly.
Alexander...
So I'm not sure what.
Alexander...
There has to be something I'm missing on the east here. What do I do with this caterpillar?
There's no reason to use that on a pile of books.
What can I use on a pile of books that would bring the caterpillar out?
There's no reason.
Nothing is jumping out at me here. Nothing.
Alexander offers the item to the Black Widow.
No, no, thank you.
There's no...
We've seen that.
That would serve... Alexander...
No, no.
That would... There's no reason to...
What's the purpose of the pearl? That gets us our ring back. Can I give my ring to the nightingale?
There's no reason...
I'll test that in just a moment.
That would... There's no... Piles of stacked books, looking ready to topple at any moment, have been arranged haphazardly on the sandy ground.
Can I not push the books?
Oh. Oh.
There's got to be something I can do here, I just can't see it.
There's no...
Okay, Let me go back and grab the ring from the pawnbroker
Alex,
and see if I can give that to the Nightingale.
Alexander.
That would make total sense, wouldn't it? Because if that's Casima's Nightingale and if it's delivering Casima gifts, Casima doesn't know that we're here. Oh boy, have I done things in the wrong order?
Good.
Should I have given the ring to the Nightingale first?
Might I trade you?
Of course.
Thank you.
So the ring was safe with him. We're going to give it to the Nightingale, and we're probably never going to see it again. Assuming I can do this, I don't know if I can or not. I can!
Alexander holds out his royal ring, hoping that the bird will deliver it to the same place she took the poem, in the chance that the receiver might be Casima.
That's a very big chance, but we know it's the case because of what we did in the castle earlier.
The Nightingale swoops down, grabs the ring, and takes it towards the castle.
Will Casima recognize the ring? I asked that question in the very first video. It's from Daventry. She has never been to Daventry. How would she recognize a ring of Daventry? Also, it made no mention of the white rose.
The Nightingale has returned from her flight with Alexander's ring. She flutters off her branch and drops something red at Alexander's feet.
That sentence is very poorly written, because it's sort of implying that maybe the Nightingale returned with the ring, as opposed to flying off with the ring.
The Nightingale has dropped a bit of red velvet on the ground.
And it was black velvet.
It's a red velvet hair ribbon. The bird must have taken Alexander's ring to someone who sent back this ribbon in return. Could it possibly be? Dare he hope that the someone is Casima herself?
If only it could be so.
The lady's hair ribbon is made of the finest red velvet. The red ribbon feels soft and luxurious between Alexander's caressing fingers.
Okay, what can I do with that?
Alexander doesn't want to do that to the ribbon.
I don't know why I chose that. Let me just try coming back in here in case something else happens. That's depressing.
Alexander a hollow in the trunk of the... Alexander doesn't want to... Alexander doesn't see a reason to put that in the tree's hollow.
That was cut off. That was not me.
Alexander...
What can I do with that ribbon? Nothing is jumping out at me. Me think it's red makes me think Red Queen on the Isle of Wonder, but I thought we were done with them. This guy's not returned?
Hello? Now.
We're not going in there ever?
Alexander... Alex...
I've got to be able to do something here, but I don't know what. Let me think about this.
There's no reason to use that object there. There's no reason to use that on a pile of books.
I've got to be able to do something with this caterpillar.
There's no reason... Piles of... The tail end of this... The tail end of Alexander. Buzz, buzz.
Can I knock these things down?
Oh,
All we got out of this screen was a little scrap of paper that says the word love.
There's no...
Nothing more, nothing less.
There's no... Why would I...
Okay, for your sanity, I have cut that out. I've tried everything on the swamp and everything on the stick. Nothing happened.
The fallen log has a good-sized knot or bump. That bump on the log does not look particularly conversational to Alexander. The bump on the log... Alexander considers climbing the tree. And quickly changes his mind.
Are the queens going to turn up here? I don't think so.
Checkmate! Only chess pieces allowed in chessboard land. That's right. Humans aren't allowed in and never will be. Stay out!
If I put the ribbon on, can I disguise myself as a chess piece?
Alexander looks with longing at the red ribbon. Could it be Casima's?
would you have any interest in this?
No, we knights neither carry nor own anything whatsoever. Quite so. It only bogs us down. Mobility, that's the key.
Yeah, you need to be lightweight so you can make those jumps. At this point, I'm out of ideas. I'm going to take a look at the other islands again to see if there's anything that has changed or anything that I've missed. I will BRB.
Alexander holds out his royal ring to the nightingale.
Okay, let's try this, because we're giving the ring, we have not given the poem yet.
To Alexander's surprise, the nightingale swoops down and grabs the ring from his hand. The nightingale flies off towards the castle with Alexander's ring. Where might she be taking it?
If we get something different here and it turns out to be critical, I'm actually going to be pissed off. So we've given the ring. Well, actually we gave the white rose first, but that did nothing. There's the ribbon.
The nightingale has returned. It's a red velvet hair ribbon.
Same thing. So if I walk up there now and come back. Nightingale's still there. So if I give the poem,
Hello.
does the nightingale return with something else? I sincerely hope not.
Thinking by Alex. Alex.
Also, there isn't like a spell or something written on the other side of this poem.
Alexander has a love poem from a book in the bookshop. Alexander, what was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me through and through, and binds my heart with links so tight I cannot live without the sight of you?
Is this the same poem?
What nameless thing has captured me?
Yes.
And made me powerless to flee? What thing is it without a name that brings my mind ever back the same to thee? The name of love cannot apply. Its commonness does not decry the haunted, hunted, painful cry that my heart makes for you, that ever my soul eternal makes for you.
You see, you got the it's correct there, but not earlier. Once again, chat, I'm not playing these games for the love of old adventure games. I'm playing these games as part of my war on apostrophes.
Alexander holds out the love poem, hoping that the bird will deliver it to the same place she took the ring, in the chance that the receiver might truly be Cosima. The nightingale swoops down, grabs the...
Same thing there. Although it's slightly different because we did not get the final message as it went towards the castle. Does the nightingale give us something else, or is it just fucked off permanently? Oh no.
The nightingale has returned from her flight with Alexander's poem. She flutters off her branch and drops a piece of parchment at Alexander's feet.
Do we get points for this?
The nightingale has dropped a bit of paper on the ground.
Hopefully it's just fluff. It's not.
It's a note.
Dearest Alexander, I cannot believe you are here, my friend. Please, please be careful. Abdul isn't about to let anyone interfere with his plans. Watch out for Abdul's genie, Alexander, and do not do anything rash. I am not without resources, and I will prevail if I can only find some small means of defense. Do nothing to try to get to me. You must not be endangered again for my sake. Greatly in your family's debt, Cosima.
Alexander's hand trembles as he reads the note. For the first time in his long search, he has heard her voice again, if only in writing. No words of love, only friendly concern. Friend. Is the maiden merely shy, or does she regard him only as a brother?
Time and place. Some small means of defense. I tried this earlier, and it didn't work.
The little bird couldn't do anything with something that heavy. Alexander...
No.
Alexander is carrying a message from his beloved Cosima.
There's a massive problem with the subtitle there, though. It just cuts off abruptly.
Alexander reads Cosima's note again, searching for any sign of her true feelings for him.
Dearest Alexander, I cannot believe you are here, my friend. Please, please be careful. Abdul isn't about to let anyone interfere with his
I will
plans.
prevail if I can only
Watch
find
out
some
for
small
Abdul's
means of
genie,
defense.
Alexander,
I'm thinking of the
and
dagger.
do not do anything rash. I am not without...
That's got to be the dagger, surely. If I leave here now, though, and come back, has the nightingale gone permanently? Yeah. That's super upsetting. If you do it the other way, you don't get the note. Oh, I don't think that's a good design decision, but okay. And maybe at that time we can also give the white rose and get another item. Fuck, I've got to test that now, don't I? Back in a sec. Okay, I've got the ring back. Let's try this again. Can't spell ring. Just want to fiddle around with the nightingale and see whether we get 3 items or not. If the white rose is actually a thing. I've not handed my lamp over and I've not tricked Shamir.
Alexander... The night...
We don't get points for handing over the rose, so I don't believe it's essential, but all the same, I would like to know for certain.
The nightingale... It's a red...
So if I give the poem, I think we're going to get a response in the form of the note, and then the nightingale's going to disappear. So
Alexander holds out the rose, hoping that the bird will deliver it to the same place she took the ring, in the chance that the receiver might truly be Cosima.
we just got points for that. We didn't get points earlier, but we got points now.
The nightingale swoops down, grabs the rose, and takes it towards the castle.
Oh no. No, no, no. Nothing. Okay. We did get points for that though, so it's not a total loss. So we've shown the ring. We sent a rose. Let's declare our love.
Alexander holds out the love poem, hoping that
It talks about the ring, not the rose.
the nightingale swoops down.
And now we're going to get the note. I've got to check to see what happens if we do it in the other order.
The nightingale has returned from her flight with Alexander's poem.
Yeah, the nightingale is not going to return now, very clearly. I've got to try it the other way around. I've just got to. I don't think we'll go anywhere, but let me check. We'll try the ring, the poem, and then the rose if that's a possibility, but I don't think it is. Oh, come on. I'm pissed off that we get points for the rose under these circumstances.
The night. The night.
Poem?
There's. Alexander holds up.
So we get the same response even though we did not pick up the ribbon yet.
It's a if.
So at this point, is the nightingale going to fly off to the left? Drops the nose. No, goes back to the branch. Look at that.
The night. It's a. Alexander's no words of love.
Okay, so we have that internal monologue about only being a friend. Because we've all been there, am I right? Let's give this.
The nightingale takes the rose and heads for the castle once more.
Ugh. Really? No, okay. Okay, that's fine, I think. Either way, we get points for handing over the rose after we've handed over the ring, but if we do the poem and then the ring, then the nightingale just disappears and we never see the note and we can never... No, if we do it after the rose... God, it's fucking complicated. It's way more complicated than it needs to be. Right. I literally have no ideas from this point. We can swap the lamp, and we can get the cutscene to determine which lamp we need by using that. That's all I've got. I died on the Isle of the Druids.
Alexander
Can't use it there because I'm an idiot. Is there anything on the Isle of the Beast, perhaps? Anything that's changed?
Alex.
God, that was such a long detour. I apologise.
Nothing. The gate has been. The fountain water.
I see nothing.
Alexander.
There is nothing at the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. Getting through the catacombs. Can't go into the city. There is nothing at the Isle of the Beast. There is nothing we can do at the Isle of the Mists because we get killed instantly. I have to do something on one of these two islands. I don't know what.
Alexander.
I don't suppose the serving girls leave something behind?
A group of serving women.
Ah!
Aye, Gruff!
Nothing on the ground, nothing in here.
Those serv-
The little hut is empty.
Hmm,
Alexander has no...
there's nothing to the side.
The vines are too flimsy to support Alexander.
Hello?
A worn wooden vessel has been dry docked on a jetty. The boat is in sad shape. A hole in the hull and the condition of its boards make it obvious that the vessel is no longer seaworthy.
Can I do anything here? I don't think so, but wouldn't that be nice?
A small hatch leads down into the dark cargo area.
I barge in.
The cargo bay is unlikely to hold anything of interest or have a very pleasant smell after months of dry docking. Alexander decides not to descend into the dark hole.
What about that thing he was working on there?
That boat.
Thought he might have been using a rope or something, perhaps. Can he teleport? Yes, he can.
Oh, it's you. I'll go.
Nice well.
What else?
The cat.
Can I do anything for you?
Would you be at all?
Nah.
You're a poor, dry-docked ferryman.
Would you?
Nah.
Nothing here strikes me as something that you would find useful.
Would you?
Nah.
Would you?
Nah.
Would you like money?
Would you?
Nah.
Well,
You're all.
I can't even walk over there. Oh, I really thought that was something, but it's not.
Alexander wouldn't know what to do with the old bag of sand. What would Alexander do with that huge sheet of canvas?
Whatever we have to do, I don't think it's on this isle.
Alexander.
It's got to be on the Isle of Wonder somewhere, but I don't see what.
Alexander.
We've got the screen to the east with the books. We've not dealt with the caterpillar yet, and that's got to be something. And we've also got the scene to the north with a stick in the mud.
There's no.
But I don't know what to do.
There's no.
would you be?
No thanks. I leave the storage of bones to the graveyard.
Interesting. There's gems in this dagger.
Would you be interested in making a trade for?
I do not like to carry weapons, not even small ones.
Indeed. Pay no attention to the spear there.
Would you?
I have too many lamps already, thanks.
I'm impressed by how much dialogue there is, really.
Would you be?
A sentence? I wouldn't have any idea what to do with that.
Neither would I.
The Oracle gave Alexander a precious gift. He doesn't want to trade it into the pawn shop.
Would you be...
I think...
Would you...
Those coins have been around a long time. The copper is too corroded for me, friend.
Would you be interested in trading for these coins?
That's a fair question. About this dress.
Would you be interested in trading for these women's clothes?
Never carried garments, Prince Alex. Sorry.
Fair response.
Would you be interested in making a trade for...
A feather? I think not, Prince Alex, but it is a very nice feather.
I just can't think of what to do with any of these items. The dress we used that to get inside. No clue on the coins, or the dagger, or the egg, or the skull, or the feather. We used the flower. That we can trade to the dude outside for another lamp. That we can use to get baby tears if we've got an appropriate receptacle. No idea what to use a mirror for. I vaguely remember what to use that for. That is, well, who knows?
If Alexander wants... Alexander is not about to show his private message from Cosima to anyone.
That serves no purpose. We know to drink that. That has already served its purpose. The ribbon, no clue. Oracle water, no clue. Scythe, we used that. I've got no idea what to do with these two items at the end. I'm lost.
Would you be interested...
A rabbit's foot. I do not believe I could use that.
It's a lucky rabbit's foot, dude. Maybe it would turn your business around.
Alexander doesn't want to trade in the red ribbon. It might be from Cosima. Alexander looks with longing at the red ribbon.
I'm stuck. I'll give this some thought and I'll cut in whenever I can find something. Okay, I'm at a complete loss here, so I have looked online to try and find a quick answer. It mentions something about getting a rare book from here. But then it says, wait till you know that you need one. And then it mentions that there is a spell book on the Isle of the Crown. Unless there's something inside the bookstore that I've just flat out missed, I don't know what to look for. I thought I explored the bookstore very thoroughly, very early in the playthrough, but based on what I saw with the Book of Poetry, clearly I have not.
Hello?
Maybe it's that book there, is it?
Now.
An antique leather-bound book
shit.
is displayed on a little stand on the counter. On the elaborate cover is the title, Ye Useful Book of Magic Spells.
Can I have that?
How much for that book on the counter, merchant?
It is a fine book, is it not? I obtained it from the estate of the one and only magician this kingdom has ever had. Poofed himself into an aardvark in the end, or so I heard. I never found the spells all that useful myself, but then I lead a boring life. I tell you what, if you can find another rare book, something a bit more marketable, I might be willing to exchange the spelled book for it.
Okay. I did not read anything beyond that point, and I know there's still a ton of stuff that I've missed. But if I could figure out what to do on this screen on the right, that would be a start.
Hello?
What do you think you're...
Yeah, here we go.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize these books had an owner. I'm in need of a rare book.
No owner? All books have owners, my good man. And this book owner, bookworm to you, wouldn't part with one of his books for anything.
Isn't there something I can do for you to pay for the book?
Let's see. Do you have an itinerant clause?
No. No clauses at all, I'm afraid.
As an exception, you always should.
Terrible.
Don't mind oxymoron and diphthong. They're fairly limited grammatical principles, you know. Let's see. A marsh pig that does Texas?
No. I'm afraid not.
A dangling participle?
I'm fresh out.
A purple fiddle whacker?
No, I don't think so. Sorry.
An idiosyncrasy, perhaps?
What about this sentence?
Afraid not.
Ha! Then what good are you?
Are you there, most venerable bookworm?
Do you have anything interesting yet?
A regular abnormality?
Let me see what I have.
There we go. What about this?
I have a sentence. Would that do?
An incomplete one, I suppose.
Why, actually, it is incomplete.
Just as I suspected. Incomplete sentences are a dime a dozen, where you can literally just find them floating about. Complete sentences. Ooh, now there's something that's hard to come by these days.
I see. Sorry.
Damn it.
There's no reason to...
So I need to talk to him and give him something. What about that book?
Are you there?
Do you have falling arches, perhaps?
Let me see what I have.
Just want to skip that animation. Can I give him this book? I highly doubt it.
Would you take this in exchange for a rare book?
You want to trade that? There are millions of those lying about. No thank you.
Ugh.
Would you take...
You want to...
Let me try a few things.
Would you...
You...
Are you sure there isn't something else I can trade you for a rare book?
Nope. Unless you have one of the items I asked about before, I just won't part with one of my books.
I've forgotten what all of those things are already.
Would you take this?
You want to...
Would you...
You want to...
Would you take...
You want...
I have a rotten tomato.
I'm sure you do, son. But there's nothing I can do about it.
Looking it up. Yeah, nah, I don't get that. Apparently there's something on the Isle of the Beast we can grab. Haven't seen how?
Alex...
I don't know what creature, but there's something here. Okay, I'm officially pissed off. This only showed up because... Well, did it show up after we spoke to the bookworm? Oh, that's annoying. I've never been a massive fan of this sort of game design, and it hasn't really reared its head in any of the games until this point. Apart from some scenes in King's Quest 4, perhaps. But no, I don't approve of that.
There's an odd little creature dangling from that tree branch.
Hello, friend. Aren't you an odd-looking little fellow?
I'm not odd-looking, you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you could speak.
Speak not. Funny is, speech I am and nothing but.
You speak strangely, friend.
Strange my speech is not.
eloquence I speak with.
But who are you? And why are you here?
Away I fly my home from. Lost I am therefore. Has my name too? Can you guess not? It's what I do this branch with, and the way I speak of.
Is this multiple choice?
If you're lost, perhaps I can take you home.
Take me home too? Think not I do. Know you I do not.
You'd be surprised.
Are you sure you don't want me to try to find your home?
Trust you I do not. Stay here I will.
Are you sure?
Trust.
Alexander holds the sentence out to the creature.
This sentence seems in need of an ending. Perhaps you could finish it?
Where are you going? Where are you going? Know what I do? Where are you going to? Like you I do. Go I with you?
Well, that was certainly interesting. It looks like Alexander now has a passenger.
I would not have thought to come back here under any circumstances.
One end of the creature resembles a miniature dragon, while the other looks like a possum. What a strange-looking fellow. One end of the creature resembles
a lovely little bug there, but it's totally fine.
Take me home to.
Can I combine you two?
Hey, get that out of my face!
Nah, let's go get our rare book.
Alexander. Nothing happened. Alexander.
Are you there?
Do you have a subordinate clause, maybe?
No, but I've got a dangling participle, or however you pronounce that word.
One end of...
I found this little fellow lost on another island.
Coming home I am too.
There you are, you naughty boy. I told you not to leave the island.
Glad I am seeing you too.
A most solemn celebration.
So, you found my dangling participle. I suppose I'll have to give you something. Let's see now. Was it a rare book you wanted?
Yes, sir.
Well, then none of these will do. They've been sitting in the sun far too long and must be well cooked by now. This one is far more rare. A delicious little tidbit.
Thanks.
And I don't think we need to deal with you ever again. Something bugged with that lamp, surely.
Alexander is carrying a rare book from the bookworm. The words in the binding are very faint. The something riddle book. Alexander opens the rare book and looks inside. The book contains riddles and has a page missing. Alexander glances at a few of the conundrums, but finds himself more curious about the one that is missing. What was the riddle, he wonders? More importantly, what was the answer?
I think we know the answer. The answer was love.
The book contains what was the book? What? The book? What?
Okay, well, I think we're going to swap that book at the bookstore.
Alexander.
For the spell book.
Alexander.
Let me just make a save just to see if our friend is in there. He's not. I'm concerned I've missed my opportunity to fake my own death in front of him.
Hello?
If so, this might need a full playthrough to try and get full points.
Now.
Okay, this book. Are you interested?
I found this rare book, and I thought of your offer.
Very interesting. Oh, it is a wonderful riddle book. Riddles are much more marketable than spells these days. I guess people believe more in mirth than in magic. Here is the spell book you wanted, and a fair trade it is, I must say. Enjoy it.
I certainly hope so. We shall see how rusty my spellcasting truly is.
Oh, it's only been 2 years or so. It's been more than 5 minutes, let's put it like that.
Alexander is carrying a book from the bookshop. The cover says, Ye Old Spell Book.
What's in here? Magic paint spell. 1 cup swamp ooze, river Styx water, 1 black horse feather. Okay, that's what we need a horse feather for. Add Styx water to swamp ooze in cups, stir with horse feather, apply to blank surface with artist's brush. Speak incantation over painting to materialize. Magic paint, black as ink. Bring to life what I think. Make it real what I draw, according to this spoken law.
Alexander carefully reads the instructions for a spell entitled Magic Paint Spell.
We're not casting that.
Speaking the incantation would do little good unless there were a painted object nearby to enchant. This is the first page.
If I remember correctly, there are 3 spells. Make rain. A few drops salt water, not from the sea. 1 vial sacred water, falling water. First mix salt and sacred waters in a teapot, then add falling water. Speak incantation over teapot to enchant. Heat to boiling to activate. Clouds of thunder, shafts of light, come and sup with me tonight. Waters 3 have I for tea, brew a tempest now for me.
Alexander reads with interest the specifications for the Make Rain spell.
So I'll just say it right now. We'll do this later, but this is going to involve us losing the dress. What do we have here though? Few drops salt water not from the sea. Okay, that's the baby's tears. We've got the sacred water. Falling water. I'm thinking a waterfall, but do we have waterfalls here? We've got the fountain at the end of the Isle of the Beast. That's probably it. I can't think of any other actual waterfalls on the maps anywhere. Nothing on Sacred Mountain, nothing here, nothing on the Isle of Wonder. The Beast has that one area at the back, and we can't access the Isle of the Mists. Charming a creature of the night. 1 skull full of hot oak embers. Where do we get oak embers from? A bit of sulfur, brimstone, that is the egg. 1 strand of a pure-hearted maiden's hair. We've got that. Hot oak embers though. Where would we find that? Fire? Minotaur's place perhaps? That seems unlikely. Maybe even a torch inside the catacombs would do. But the torches are very high. But having said that, Alexander was able to light them, so maybe. We've also got the embers in this very room, don't we? I keep joking about how this place might get set on fire. Add hair and brimstone to skull of embers. In presence of creature, speak incantation over skull. Creature of night to me succumb. Fire and brimstone, leave thee numb. Purity bind thee like a chain. To do what's here, I now ordain.
Alexander browses the details of a spell that claims to be able to charm a creature of the night. This is the last page.
Okay, 1 skull full of hot oak embers.
This spell must be cast over a skull containing hot embers, a strand of hair, and brimstone sulfur.
Can I do this?
To consume all our earthly possessions in flame.
How do I guess hot embers?
A small fire burns in the fireplace despite the warmth of the day outside. Perhaps the bookshop owner simply finds it comforting.
It's either that, or it's going to be the Minotaur's lair, or the catacombs.
And burn a perfectly good hand? The fireplace.
Can I combine some objects here at least?
Alexander.
I've got to grab that. That's a replay part of this. Skull.
There's no reason to put the hair into an empty skull.
Yes, there is. Can't you read?
The magic map. There's no reason.
Maybe I need to start with the embers. What was the other one? It was not the magic paints. Falling water. Oh, not that. Wrong book.
Two.
They're basically identical.
Phew.
We definitely can't do that. We don't have swamp ooze. Although we could possibly get swamp ooze from the Isle of Wonder. At the place with the stick in the mud. But I don't have a cup. River Styx water. I vaguely remember where we get that. Black horse feather? We've got that in our inventory. I mean, that I can already start doing. Hell, I can create that. I can cast that spell already, I think. So this really is telling me that I can do the whole Castle of the Crown thing right now. Decisions. I think I will go into the castle right now and see if I can complete the game. If I can't, well, I might look at a guide to try and help me out, but I feel like I'm missing something very obvious with those corridors.